Hello everyone, how are we all doing? Can you hear me and can you see my hands and this model? I hope so, because it's like the first thing. So we'll get the tech stuff out the way. Hopefully the mic's picking me up. Hopefully it looks like the video's going all right, because there's that delay thing, 20-second delay. Just people in the chat keep me right. Hello and welcome back. No, we can't hear you. I'll have to shout louder, but I don't like shouting, so oh dear. Right. So it's back again with Krieg. We're on the home stretch. I have approximately 6 days to get the rest of this box finished before the Git mobs come out. And I really don't want there to be a backlog, because as soon as there's a backlog you don't get things done. Nerdygoth says, I can hear you and see things. Fantastic, brilliant, that's wonderful. That's like the 2 check marks I need. So yes, Krieg box. Dreer is what I'm going to be doing today, but as you can see from last time, we got these lovely engineers finished, which is grand. And over the course of the week, I managed to get 5 of the 10 Death Riders done. And here we are. So I'm pretty happy with how they've turned out. Nothing too fabulous, but, you know, a nice standard. A nice standard for models. Yeah, so there's 5 more Death Riders, which I got built and primed yesterday, so they're over at my other desk. But I thought, since I've started Dreer, I'll finish Dreer, and then that kind of keeps the flow going, rather than I'm staring at like 3 different unfinished things going on at once, and then I get confused. And then I look at the next shiny thing and I go, oh, I'm gonna buy that. And yeah. So there we go. Where are we? Lord Dreer, fantastic. Put some paint on a wet palette for the last painting stream, and it's still good. That's what we like to hear from a wet palette. It's still good. Oh, and we've got the Weekend Warhammer. Of course, yes, because time of streaming. So before we get cracking with the knacking, I like to let's see what's coming up for their next pre-order thing, because I really hope it's not another box. Please don't be another box, because I still need to do this one. Nope, it's not having that, never mind. Looks like it's High Elves or something like that. Please don't be another army launch box. I can't take that. Hey Doug, come paint my stuff for me. No, didn't you buy somebody off Amazon to do that for you? I'm not doing that. No, you paint the things. Move that down a bit. There we go. I think it's a little bit better, so I can see what I'm doing. Right, so Dreer. What have I done with him already? He's got his... the horse is done. I've got the army, the army blue. That's sort of done. That's nice. So I guess it's just go around and keep sorting all the things out with the stuff. What do you get if you cross halflings and high elves? Extremely high elves. Yes. Yes, you do. Right. Okay. What have we got here? That I've got the paralysis of what I need to paint. He's got his cool little his beach towel there. He's got his scarf. And the scabbard and the packs and pouches. And the metallics are easy enough. Right. Okay. Long fart noises. I'm staring at this with absolute paralysis. Right. the whole point of a painting stream is to actually get something painted. So let's actually try that. Let's see where it takes us. It's a crazed idea. Let's get some leather. So, how's everybody doing? Has everybody had a good week? Has everybody had a good weekend? Let's not talk about the fact that it's Monday tomorrow. But we can talk about the fact that we are another week into February, which is great because it means we're not in January, and January sucked. So, just going to do the same sort of leather for everything. Because then I can always wash them in different shades and then they look a bit different and highlight them. Because your boy is genius. Tell your friends. Tell your nana. But I've had an aggressively mediocre week, which is brilliant. It's been nice to sort of just, right, I'm going to do my day job, and then I'm going to finish my day job, and then I'm going to go paint models. There's no one disturb me, you'll throw off my groove. You're painting a murder squirrel. Is that more Blood Bowl, Louis? Or is it just some kind of like deranged taxidermy? And tomorrow's a public holiday. Hey, score. Oh no, I'll tell you what I'll tell you what I did do. You say an aggressively mediocre week. I did get up to some shenanigans. So, there is a Warhammer event at Warhammer World in May. It's a 1-day, 3-game tournament for Age of Sigmar. It's like 1,000 points, 3 games. Just very looks like it's just a very casual sort of thing. So I've bought my ticket to that. I've got my hotel booked. I've got the travel booked. I remembered to actually tell my work that I'm not going to be there on those days. And when I booked the leave, I checked afterwards. I hadn't realised at the time that the following Monday. So the tournament's on a Wednesday. I've taken the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off. Because, like, I get back on the Thursday, and it's like, that doesn't feel like a proper day off if I'm going to work the next day. So I was like, I'll take the Friday off and then, turn it into practically just like a full week off. So what a great day. And then I realised that the following Monday is a bank holiday. So I scored myself an extra little day off on top of everything else. And that felt good. Yes, Acorn is a fabulous little model. I don't know how good he is on the pitch, on the gridiron, but on the model. I tried playing Blood Bowl once or twice during the revival edition that they brought out a number of years ago, and I had fun, but the dice are cursed against me and will not allow me to roll anything remotely close to what I wanted. And one of my players got murdered before we'd even done the kickoff, and I was like, I feel like this is a sign from Nuffle that I should not play this game. I think I was right. Okay, so I'm just going around finding any like leather straps, and I'm just trying to work out which bits I want to have in different, because I feel like that's fine if this light's all over the place. It's not great for me. Is that any better? And his arm isn't wonderful, but oh, that's better. I can see. Oh yeah, there we go. I can see what I'm doing now. Yes, I've tuned into some of Jules's Blood Bowl streams, and like how he rolls, how he's been rolling recently, is how I've rolled consistently throughout Blood Bowl, constantly. Like, I was playing with my friend Andy because we got the box together, and we were playing through, and like Andy, my friend Andy, I will constantly refer to him as the best of us because he is, and I was nearly ready to just punch him in the neck. I've never been so tilted by a tabletop game before. Well, I have been tilted by I've been tilted by tabletop games before, but I hadn't been tilted quite to that level for quite a long time. So I was like, I'm gonna take a little break and not do that anymore. I've still got it over there on my shelf of things, and I will come back to it because the models are great. Love the models, and I like the idea of the game. The idea of Blood Bowl is very fun, but I just don't think Blood Bowl likes me. Right, let's get some Militarum green. Ooh, no, thicker than that. There we go. Here, ladies like it when you really globe it on. I'm going to stop getting to your players. Please, someone bought the Krieg. Yes, Jeremy, someone bought the Krieg box set. That someone was me. It was on the shelf of my local game store, and I went, ooh, and then I thought, oh well, it is always quite pricey, and I don't actually play Imperial Guard, and I don't even really play 40k all that much anymore. And then before I knew it, I was home, and the box had come with me, and cards had been tapped to readers, and it was the damnedest thing. I don't know what to tell you. It was strange, very strange. Right, anywhere else? Great. I feel like it's. You know what? I'm just gonna check the box art. I feel like that's probably a good idea. Alright. How is she painted? Oh, it's a very light blue thing there. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's fair. I can do that. Right. Okay, so then let's take some time to neaten up his cloak hoosets. So I base coated the darker. Yes, and then let's give it the old Thunderhawk blue. Oh, I'd absolutely believe, stuff like that being like, oh, I best put this on the other card. See, I have very different issues. Like, I have to make sure that I don't tell my partner that I'm thinking about buying something if I'm on the fence about it, because she will because if I say something like with the Krieg box, I actually sent her a message, because I was just looking for validation. I sent her a message saying, oh, they've got the Krieg box, I'm not too sure. And her response was, the only reason that you're texting me is because you want me to enable you, so yes, go buy it. And that's what always happens. It's also probably why I'm such a moron with money. Because I just buy the pretty things. If it wasn't for all that avocado toast, I'd have several homes, at least 5 of them. But that's neither here nor there. So yes, got the Krieg box. And I was like painting the Krieg box, and I was thinking to myself, and then they started revealing the other boxes for this year, and I was like, do you know what? I reckon I can buy and paint all of these. All of the boxes they release over the course of a year. And so that is the challenge that I have given myself. And I also thought it was a good way to get me back into streaming, because it is something I wanted to do for ages. Because the camera, this top-down camera, I actually bought it like last year because it's got a cool. You can't see it because it's off the camera, which is the whole point of it. But it's got this cool sort of like arm thing, and it moves around, and it's all very good. It's very good for this sort of paint streaming kind of thing. And so I got it, and I was like, that's very cool. And then like I just kind of left it on the shelf for a long time. And again, I was like, I need to justify this purchase. So let's get streaming. Let's hold me accountable. Because I don't know if I said this in the last stream, but I'm terrible to hold myself accountable. Like, I'm very like, if I do something, if I don't get something done, I'm like, no worries. I'm not very hard on myself about things. I don't care. Like, I don't care about me. Have you met me? Yes, I've met me. I've seen me 6 inches away from a mirror. It's terrible. So if I'm like, I need to stream more, and then like the Sunday comes around, and I'm like, I am in my pajamas, or, well, I have just discovered a 4-hour documentary about an obscure 90s video game that I never knew existed, but now this is the only thing I care about. So I can't possibly stream in this situation. And but if it's something like I'm streaming because the people are expecting me to stream and show the who's its and the whatnots, and it also means that I need to do this. It's like actual physical proof that I am doing this 2025 Army Box Challenge, and then that changes my brain chemistry a bit and goes, aha, this is for other people and you can't let other people down. And so that sort of pulls my head out my arse somewhat with it. And that's my thought process. You're welcome. Right. So he's got that lighter blue. I think probably before I start doing all of his buckles and details, I'll probably just wash everything in the Griff Charger and then highlight it. Do I want to do that now or later? I do want to get his... Yeah, I feel like I do want to get his beach towel sorted first, so we'll do that. Okay. Yes, my partner is very good. She's very supportive. It was shortly before we moved in together. and we've been living together for nearly 2 years now. And shortly before we moved in together, I did have to sit her down, and I was like, when we move in together, I have a lot of Warhammer. And she was like, oh, I know, you like your Warhammer and everything. And I was like, no, I'm being deadly serious. I don't think you understand quite how much Warhammer I have. Because I'm good at two things when it comes to Warhammer. I'm good at painting it, and I'm very good at storing it. So when it came time to move in, and it was like several carloads of Warhammer, she started to understand how much goddamn Warhammer I have. And I have tried to sort of either not expand on it too much, or at least shift out some of it. I've not done too well. I've just got more of it. Also, owning a 3D printer has possibly been really disastrous to that concept. But no, she's been absolutely lovely about the whole thing. As she said, she goes, it's fantastic because you're only ever going to be in one of three places. You're either at work, you're asleep, or you're at your desk painting. Like, never have to worry about where you are. And I was like, yeah, I never worry where I am either. Just have it. Oh, shit. Whoever spilt that. It's going to be a fixer. Shit. This stuff's really fucking powerful. Oh, cripes. It's fine, I can blot it away. There we go. Oh, he's done it. Hello, Jenko. If it isn't the top boy big shagger himself. It is you, Jenko. You are the top boy big shagger. I don't know whether you heard before, but I am going to be at Warhammer World in May for a little one-day tournament for Age of Sigmar. So if you fancy on playing some Age of Sigmar, I think the tournament itself's it's on May 21st. 1,000-point armies. I think it's 20 quid a ticket at Warhammer World. What a day. I'm going to be there. Fortunately, Mikey can't make it. He has prior engagements, but I'll be there. Okay. I don't like this red. Like, it's good, but it's going to need another. It's going to need some other stuff to it, just to jazzercise it up a bit. Oh yes, she is. She's a lovely lady. Puts up with my nonsense, and it is complete nonsense. Sometimes the hoodoo trance takes me, and I'll just start having one, going off on one, and she's like, "Yeah, that's fine, it's whatever." Or I'll go out and about, look at GameStop and things, and then I'll come back and I'm like, "I'm really into this One Piece card game now." And she's like, okay, that's nice, I don't know what that is. And I was like, it's about pirates. And she's like, that's lovely, as long as you're having a good time and things. It's like, I'm having a great time. In related news, I am actually like really big into the One Piece card game. I really like it. It's a really fun card game, and the cards are very cool. I don't understand most of them because I've only watched like 40 episodes of One Piece, but I get the basic gist of it. It's pirates. Some of the pirates are monsters. Some of the pirates are big booby ladies. Some of the pirates are like big beefcakes with the name Charlotte. I don't know. I'm not one to judge. Oh, excuse me. Stuff like that. Right, okay, so that's sort of taking shape with the base colours and whatnot. Now I feel like going to block in some of stuff that I feel like should be black leather. Then rather than Black Templar, I'm going to do Black Legion because it's a more single pigment black, and I want this to be sort of quite bold. So anyway, Jenko, how you been? We haven't spoken for a while. How is Little the Red and Mrs. the Red and the ever-growing pile of Warhammer that you may have collected? You should have a black leather belt as well. I feel like this guy is going to be like big into his black accent colours. But he's not going to have a black tassel. No, no, no. He definitely would not have black tassel, but he is going to have the black gas mask tubing, because that's how I painted everything else. That is a shame. There is a shame. There is actually a One Piece Bandai store in the northeast at the Metro Centre that I went along to a while ago and things, and that was very cool. Picked up some packs, but inordinately jealous that you've got Gundam. If by any chance, Jeremy, they have any spare beta packs, let me know, and I may buy one off you if you can send it up. Hey, I don't put anything for 3 months. This guy, the sheer determination and fucking will of this man cannot be understated. Oh shit. Fuck that one. Right. Have to repaint that bit. Bugger. Yeah, that's highly noticeable. Bagger. Thank you, Jeremy, because I'm very interested in getting amongst the Gundam TCG. Because I have had a look online about it and things, and again, it looks like a very fun game. My local store is doing some like very limited demos because they didn't get a lot of stock from Bandai, unfortunately, for whatever reason. But it plays very similar. So if you are learning how to play One Piece, Gundam plays very similar to One Piece, so once you start sort of picking up one or two of the mechanics of a Bandai game, I think you kind of pick them all up quite quickly. Shovel Boys are treating me well, Jenko. So, the challenge I have set myself this year is to get every army box as it comes out and get it all painted and all finished. So we've got Lord Dreer here. Old Dreer. Actually, I don't think he's that dreary. I think he's actually he's probably quite a lively chap, given the fact that he keeps charging into battle and demanding that his horse gets returned to him if he ever loses it. Yeah, let's paint this black as well. But yes, been really enjoying the One Piece card game. Also, the local sort of community that plays it have been like just the sweetest dudes. Like, I went down for the very first time, so I just bought one of the starter decks like the day before, looked it through, kind of learned how to play the game a little bit. Came down for the in-store tournaments, and it's a group of like 4 or 5 people. And they were really nice, they were really welcoming, and within like sort of like 20, 30 minutes, like one of them was just like handing me cards being like, okay, just put these in your deck and it makes it all like better, and I'll tell you how the hows and the whys of it and things. And I was like, thank you very much, like this is very kind of you. And they've just been a sick group of lads. And I am getting Mikey into One Piece as well, so. And if you're all very good, I might show you some of my One Piece cards. And if you know One Piece, you can tell me who the hell these people are. Because I know some of them, but I don't know all of them. Or should I say I don't know most of them. So I have started watching the anime. Like, I'll watch it when I'm on the bus heading to work. Usually I'll watch it because it's all on iPlayer. So if you're in the UK, it is all on BBC iPlayer, which was like, oh, this is great. What was less great was finding out that there's like over 1,000 episodes, and I was like, oh, that's meaty. Oh yes, the horse's gas mask must be painted too. You are the resident anime knower. Okay, fantastic. I'll see you in a bit. I'll dig out some of my One Piece cards, and you can tell me who's who and why. Oh, hey, John. You know, look in the background. Okay, you lurk away, my dude. Have a grand time of it. Okay, what am I doing here? Is there anything else that needs to be painted black? Oh, there we go. So we've got little badges there. That's all done and sorted. Absolutely need to repaint all that blue because it's absolutely heinous. I've not done that well at all. So Charlotte and Beefcake, so that's almost certainly Charlotte Cracker. The Charlotte family is near endless though. Well, you know. I mean, potentially I've encountered a lot of cards that have like Charlotte something or other, so I'm like, okay. And then I was just trying to I was trying to work out the naming conventions of One Piece, and from what I can work out, it seems like it's the surname comes first. Because I've encountered Monkey D. Luffy, who I know is the main character, and then there's Monkey D. Garp, who I think is like his granddad or something. But then there's other characters that have like the D initial, and I don't know whether that's like, I don't know what's going on there. You're like, why do you have a D initial? Big Mama's Top Charlotte, she has over 100 kids, I think. Oh my god, so like, it's not even like a... So they're all actually just bloody related to each other. It's just 100 children. Oh my god, that's terrifying. But what a family business, though. Let's have a look here. You know what, I'm just going to get... that's much easier if I just keep the box art over here on the table rather than putting it underneath the table and picking it up every 5 seconds. I can now just see what's going on. It's the damnedest thing. Oh, I've been painting those muzzles wrong. Those should be blue as well. Well, you know what? I painted them silver, so who cares? Garp is granddad, Dragon is dad, then Luffy, and the D initial is a massive mystery in the story. Okay, well, I'm just glad that, like, I am also confused by it. Because, like, one of my cards has, like, Portia D Ace, and then there's Gold D Roger, and I thought he was just called Gold Roger. I got so far through One Piece and stopped, and I have no idea. So many episodes. Yes, no, I feel the same way. There's so many episodes of One Piece. Right, I'll tell you what. I'll get some of my cards. So I have my little collection of. Hang on here. Yeah, let's have a look here. So I've got, so these are some of the cards I got. I hope you can see them. There's not too much glare. So I've got like Sanji. Which I know because, like, you know, I've watched a couple of episodes of the TV show. Then I've got a Monkey D. Luffy, which I really like the artwork of that. Oh god, is there too much? Is there shine? Yep, there's a massive amount of shine there. So that's it. That's just pretty great. Tell you what, if I go, that might help things a little bit. Yeah, I know Sanji. He ship cook, he kick, he smoke. Monkey D. Luffy, he is a pretty cool guy that doesn't afraid of anything. I got this Gold D. Roger, who I think is very cool, and he's the guy from the start. I think from the intro. Someone called Lim that I've no idea. No idea about Lim. And Zoro Juro, which is strange because I thought his name was Roronoa Zoro. But I don't know, maybe this is just like a different version of him, because there's also like several different versions of every character in this game as well. So you have like different coloured versions. So like that's purple Luffy, but I've also seen him in like blue and red. So yeah, those are like some of my cool cards. I've got this like random pack that I had. So yeah, see, like Charlotte Pudding, Sashi and Penguin, Empty Bluffs Island, Howling Gab, who I don't know, Kazuya Odin, Rockstar, and I don't know whether Rockstar is like the dude or the seagull. So, yeah. Brooke, who appears to be some kind of disco skeleton. I'm interested to see where that's going. The Gum Gum Jump Rope, which I know is like Luffy does that thing where he just names all of his attacks, which is pretty funny. I like that. Murder at the Steam Bath, which I think is just like an event sort of thing. Katarina Devon, who actually is a pretty sick card. I need to actually put her in my deck. Sakazuki, who I run in my deck but in black colour, and Derishi, which is again like another like an event card. So those are some of the cards I've got. So I currently run deck wise. I've got completely off topic here. So deck wise, I run Smoker. So he's like a navy deck, and I run Blackbeard. So it's Blackbeard Pirates. And they're both black coloured decks, but they're very fun to. I really enjoy playing them, because they sort of like monkey around with board states, which is very cool, which I like. But yes, so the One Piece card game, I'm very much into it, but I like card games. I'm not good at any of them, but I like playing them. I like card games so much that I bought a job lot of Warhammer Age of Sigmar Champions, and if any of you met me at Warhammer Fest 2023, chances are I handed you a pack, because I had booster boxes upon booster boxes of them. Okay, well, put the light back up again. Let's see what's what. Okay, so I've got the red, the black. Does that need? Yeah, no, could be black as well. But yes, very much like the card games. Like I was saying before, very much looking forward to the Gundam card game, because they've said that they're going through a couple of like the series, like the classic series. So like Gundam Wing. I think they are doing. Was it Witch from Mercury as well, which I've not seen, but I've heard good things. But like, I just want to get into the Gundam card game because it looks like a lot of fun, and I bloody love Gundam. But also with the hope that if it keeps going down the line, they'll start doing like my favourite Gundam series, which is Iron Blooded Orphans. And if they do Iron Blooded Orphans, oh my days. They are just gonna eat my money. Because Iron Blood and Orphans has the best story, the best characters, and one of the best Gundams, which is Barbatos. Not Lupus Barbatos, though. I don't like the wolf version that he gets in like season 2, I think it is. I just like classic Gundam Barbatos, because he looks exactly like how Gundams are described in that universe, which is like demons. Right. Anything else that needs to be black? I don't think so. I think we're kind of okay. I think we're good. Okay, so I'm going to repaint his tunic and what have you, because it's very splotchy, I don't like it, and he's a character, so... Miss the MTG Doctor Who crossover. Yeah, that was a good set. Like, I've got to admit, it did have some good cards. I didn't pick up any myself, but I did take part in a 24-hour commander challenge to raise money for charity, which was very, very cool. Very good fun. But like, I like Doctor Who, but the actual cards of the set didn't really grab out of me. Also, like I played against the Masters of Evil commander deck, and Daleks should not be a 3/3 with menace when in Magic the Gathering a Space Marine is just a vanilla 2/2. I refuse to live in a world where thematically a Dalek token is so much more lethal than a bloody Space Marine. Sorry, just call me old-fashioned, I guess, but I believe a Space Marine should be the pinnacle. God, yeah. Well, hopefully, Louis, if it's anything like the 40k Magic the Gathering decks, they got a reprint. So the Doctor Who might get a reprint. Because I remember I was down in Cardiff when I saw the 40k Commander decks, and I was like, "Oh wow, that's really cool." You know, Warhammer and Magic. I haven't played Magic for years, and I was like, my mate was like, "Oh, you're gonna pick some up while you're here?" I was like, no, it's fine. I'll just I'll pick some up maybe next month or something like that." Well, dear listener and dear viewer, turns out it was not an evergreen product. So I should have picked them up there and then. Managed to get the Tyranid deck, just like as a random find in a game shop. Then I picked up, and then I got the Necron deck for Christmas one year from my partner, because they reprinted them. And so I need the Imperium and I need the Chaos and the Imperium decks to sort of complete the set. But at the same time, I'm not too chewed if I never get my hands on them. Like, I'm happy with what I've got, because I don't play an awful lot of Commander these days. And I have already bought the greatest Commander deck ever made, which is a Commander deck that is based around a magical raccoon who makes trash into golems. So I can't really get any better than that, so I'm not going to try. You can understand the predicament I'm in. Oh, I forgot the straps on this. You know what, I'll sort that out later. We'll just paint them over for now. Act like I knew that had happened. It's weird using Games Workshop paints again, because I always forget how, compared to Pro Acrylic, this is a very unusual sort of time for me. Is that this is one of the few times where I haven't used Pro Acrylic on a project. So I always forget how satin Games Workshop paints dry. I mean, it's not like super satin, but it's a marked difference to what I'm used to, having used Pro Acrylic for years now. But we're just going to go around and we're just going to paint. And I'm just going to sort of get a stronger base coat when I can paint all this as well. But also with the Gundam card game, there is also apparently... I say apparently, like it's a rumor or something. No, it's a foregone conclusion. There is a Gundam model game, like miniatures game as well. So, still has all the Warhammer Commander decks, but they're like 120, 165. Yeah, like that's it. Like now that they're out of print, they've absolutely rocketed in price, and I'm not willing to spend that much on a deck of cards. But I'm also like weird, like I don't buy singles, even though I know I should. Like I'll trade for singles. I love trading with people because I feel like that's the, well, I mean it's a trading card game. That's the purest form of it. But like buying singles, I'm like, it's like why would I pay? Say £3.95 for a single card that I need for my deck or whatever like that, or for my collection, when I could, and hear me out, I could instead spend £5 to buy a booster pack from the set that card is in, and only maybe get the card I'm after, but also potentially more. I could get one of like the chase ones or an alternate art or something like that, and that would be great. So I think really what I'm saying is I'm a degenerate gambler when it comes to card games, and I should not be trusted. Okay, so let's go back and fix up the lighter blue. I say fix, I'm just gonna hang on. No, we're not. We're gonna go fix the darker blue again, because I actually forgot to fix the one part that I was supposed to fix originally, which is where I got his. There we go. Oh no, that's. I have flooded the paint. Stop that. Here's a fun little game I like to call Back and Forth Forever. Because I thinned down the paint in my palette too much. So, there we go. Better. Fixed. Okay, now we'll do the light blue. So, a little bit here. And then my thought process is we'll do the light blue, then I can wash all the blue with the same shade and then highlight back up. Then once that's done, I can very carefully paint his oh my god, I should drop. I don't know how I've managed that one. I should drop my paintbrush into my own mouth. My lord, I'm impressive. So we will get this done. It's looking alright, just a few other bits and pieces. It's heading where I'm wanting to head, which is the main thing. Oh, excuse me, and my horrible fingers. So I kind of want to leave him all alone until that all dries properly, and then I can put the shade on. So what we'll do is I'll shade his beach towel. Using Berserker Bloodshade because it is just, oh, it works. It's so good over reds. Like, I used to think Carroburg Crimson was good over red paint. Then they came out with this stuff, and I'm like, oh, unreal, unreal. It's great over red. And it's great over like skin tones as well, to make something like a bit more bloody and raw. Rather than doing like the two-tone Carroburg Crimson and Druchii Violet that was the style of the time. Now it's all just in one paint, baby. That's cool. Right, need to do something. Right, need to do something with the gas mask that the horse has got on, and the one he's got on as well. So I have a bunch of dipping inks from Green Stuff World. I want to use Skillen Brown, Elfwood Brown, no. Papyrus. Let's see what Papyrus can do. Cha-cha-cha. I'm going to shake the devil out of it. There we go. So I'm hoping that this is a subtle enough colour that it makes the, you know, gives the mask a bit of a pop, but not too overpowering. Oh yeah, I think that works. That's very cool. Oh yeah, it's the Super Bowl today, isn't it? Is anybody watching that later? I'm not, but I'm a big fan of the spectacle of it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know who's playing this year at the Super Bowl. Because it used to be, we'd watch the Super Bowl, like, you know, Mikey and our mates would like watch the Super Bowl, and again, I wasn't massively interested, but it was, you know, it's a fun day to hang with people, and I'd in some years I'd do a bit of cooking. Oh, just an excuse to make some like fun American stuff. Okay, that's... So the Papyrus is quite an interesting one. Because I haven't used all of the Green Stuff World dipping inks before. They're basically their version of Contrast. And as I said last time, some of them are... Not all of them are created equal. But this is... Yeah, this is a pretty good one, I think. It'll need some highlighting. Eagles and Chiefs. Yeah, I hope the Eagles win. I remember watching one where the Eagles did win, and Philadelphia basically just set itself on fire as a way to celebrate this fact, and I respect that. I respect the ever living hell out of that. Sometimes you just got to burn your city down to show how much you love it. Okay, I think that's... Yeah, that's all right. So I think that is... So I think the blue parts are dry now. So I'm going to wash them with Griff Charger Grey. Put a little definition in there, and then I can build it all back up again. And we'll see how it goes. So I'm just going to wash all over here. Now, if I had more time, I'd probably try and attempt to do a non-metallic metal on this eagle, just for a bit, you know. Not because I can do it, but because I always find it's a good thing to practice occasionally. Like, just like a little bit of non-metallic metal here and there. And you can just say, at least I'm trying. And never let it be said that I am not a trying man. There we go. But no, I think I'll just do just like a normal gold. I think that'll be fine. There we go. Just going round. And I know I'm not going to be all that neat, so it's okay if I overspill a little bit in certain areas. Very nice, lovely. Have I been playing any cool video games lately? So I've been playing a fair number of video games recently, actually. So me, Mikey, and our friends, Shriggus, you may remember from our Sea of Thieves days, when Mikey was streaming. So our friend Chris and Andy, we play some online games, maybe like once or twice a week. We try and all just get online and play some online games, and we have been mainly playing 2 online games, which is Lethal Company, which is fantastic. Like, I think it was like £7 or something when we bought it, and it has been an endless source of entertainment for us, especially now that we've found mods for it. The basic gist of Lethal Company is you and 3 of your friends have to go to abandoned moons that have like old factories or mines or spooky houses sometimes, and you have to get as much scrap as you can, and get out before the buggins get you. And there's several different types of buggins, and the buggins all do different things and react in different ways. And you kind of, the game doesn't really tell you what's what, so you have to kind of learn that yourself, work out, you know, what gets angered by looking at it, what gets angered by not looking at it, things like that. It's great fun. It's good fun, and it's great. You can have like wonderful runs where you get all this money and you get all this cool stuff, and then it all just goes to hell like so quickly. And then the other game we've been playing is Project Zomboid, which is like a zombie survival isometric crafting game, which is very fun, very hard, because we do have it on the hardest difficulty. But we've been having fun with that one. It's very much games where you kind of make your own fun from it. Like, the gameplay loop is great, but just you and your mates really make the game more fun, because you just chat bollocks with each other and have a good time. And then other games I've been playing is... I'm trying to remember offhand now. I've just started playing Space Marine 2. Started that yesterday. Because I was like, you know what? I deserve a little treat. Because without a treat, I might die. So I got Space Marine 2. Been playing that. Fantastic game. Isn't a shock to no one else who bought it like 6 months ago when it came out. I finished I do sort of like a run through on Cyberpunk 2077 occasionally, so I finished my run through on that, and I said to myself, I said to myself, you know what, get a different ending this time, do something different. And you know what, I didn't. I went with the same ending that I do every time, because I think it's the closest thing to a good ending that the game has, and even then it's bleak. And what else have I been playing? You know, I can't remember. I'll have to check my Steam and just go, what have I been playing? I've been Turbo Overkill, which I streamed many, many moons ago, which I need to get back into, which I will finish streaming, because it's good fun. Darktide. Yep, Darktide, that's a good one. Oh yeah, I got Disco Elysium over Christmas, and Disco Elysium is like, holy crap, that thing is art. Like, I love it. Absolutely, I love Disco Elysium. Again, terrible at it, because I've built my character in such a way that, like, he's like some kind of like idiot savant. Like, he can see connections where no one else could see connections, and he's really good. But the smallest bit of pushback, and it causes so much psychological damage that he just sort of like just drops down dead of ennui, which I find really funny. So I've had to restart the game so many times. I think I just need to make a better character. But it's just, it's such a good game. I really enjoy that. It's Disco Elysium. I'm just terrible at it. And yeah, those are the main games that I have been playing lately. Right, what we're doing? Have we finally hit that point where I just need to start doing like metallics? No, because he's still got like gloves and stuff. So yeah. Yeah, it's gloves, then it's metallics. While everything dries. And then I was playing a game on, I think it's Good Old Games, or it's Epic and things. It was a free game on Prime Gaming. And I cannot for the life of me remember what it's called now. Called like Ender's Lies or something like that. It's very good. It's like a side-scroller Metroidvania sort of. It's like Hollow Knight, that kind of thing. And it's been very enjoyable, very sort of like cutesy, nice art style. So yes, I've been playing a lot of games recently, actually. But I feel like Space Marine 2 is going to be the one that I get sucked into a fair bit, like, as I've been playing it. So I'm a couple of missions into the campaign, and I'm like, I see why everybody loves this game. It is legitimately just like a really good game. So that's my lukewarm take on Space Marine 2. Yes, it is indeed, in fact, a good game. However, I can't get too into it because, one, I've got all these models to paint, and two, it's doing such a good job of showing all these, like, the Space Marines and the Tyranids and everything else and what have you, that I'm like, oh, I really want to paint some Tyranids, or I really want to paint some Space Marines. And they're like, no, I'm going to paint this. I get this finished. I have a game plan. And we must adhere to the game plan. Otherwise it'll all go... no, it won't go well. Okay, is there anything else that I need to sort of paint black? No, I think it is just the gloves. I'm going to do a... I'm going to do a darker red for the plume of his helmet, just to get a little bit of difference in there. I think also I need to spray this whole thing in like matte varnish or something, because the shine is doing my head in. And what's everybody else been playing? Whether it's video games, card games, board games. Go. So. All done painted. Yep. There we go. So yeah, Krieg box, then it's the Git mob, and like I said, in May I'm off to a one-day tournament, so I need to work out what Age of Sigmar army I'm going to take, because I've got a couple. I mean, I've got a couple of options to choose from, because I bloody love Age of Sigmar. So there's Vampires, there's Flesh Eater Courts, Skaven, Stormcast, Chaos, Khorne, all sorts of stuff really. So I'm not too sure what to take, but I am also going to sort of factor in travelling, because I don't want to, because I'm getting the train down, so I don't want to be lugging too much around. Very unfortunately, due to how army composition works in Age of Sigmar, I can't just take Nagash and 5 Flayers and call it a day, which is just, I mean, just violently rude, if you ask me. Right. I think I've hit the point here where I need to bite the bullet and start doing metallics. So here we go. Shut that. Put the art back up here so I can see what I'm doing. Lovely. Oh, that's very cool, Jeremy. It's almost a D&D and Pathfinder. You've just gone off the ground. 3 venues. That's great. I love to hear it. I keep meaning to get my shit together and either put some of my stuff on eBay or work out how to offer a commission service, but I'm very tired with work a lot, so I don't know how much actual commission painting I'd be able to get done. Alright, so but I may, with this box challenge, end up just selling on some of the boxes just to recoup the costs for armies I don't, you know, I don't really care about or have no interest in. So the top disc is it's metallic, but not on the inner part, right? It's good to know that. I haven't played Pathfinder in years, so it was like Pathfinder 1st edition I played. It was Kingmaker. Love Kingmaker. Genuinely such a fun concept. There we go. Oh, yes. So, try and be careful here. Because he has a metal, like part of this horse's leg is metal, which I think is quite cool. Right, okay, just gonna get the side of it here. There we go. I'll have to rewash that in the Berserker Bloodshade, but that's fine. We're going to get the old butt ring here. I've noticed that these Death Riders all have a little butt ring. It goes around their tail to keep the straps on. and it's kind of weird, not gonna lie. Yeah, so we'll get the tops of these tubes. And this little part here. And then the bottoms. Okay, that's cool. And then the little skull decal on his pistol holster. And then of course his whole rebreather backpack thing here. Okay, that's great. Do the shoulder pad. And the little breather tank for the horse. Or I don't know exactly what it is, because it leads to a tube that's like goes up into his neck. So I'm not fully sure what it's for. Maybe it's like a nutrient thing. Who knows? I don't know enough about these strange clawed feet horses. Yeah, okay, he's got like a little metal bit on his mask. So just carefully paint that in. And then we can walk in the helmet. And the other shoulder pad. Oh, and his little... I like this little detail I've noticed on some of them, that with the Death Riders and Rear, that if you take the sword option, so usually with power swords and stuff, with Space Marines, the charge pack's like on the blade. With these, they're on the wrist, which I don't know whether this is like a new addition or something, or just something I've noticed recently, but I like it. Because obviously Space Marines can yeet a Buick at somebody and not break a sweat. Regular people tend to find that a bit difficult. So those power packs would be pretty heavy. So it's cool to have them wrist mounted because it'd be easier to carry, you know, offset the weight of them. Okay, so that. anything else needs to be silver? Yes, on this side. Still the sword sheath. Oh, and his gun. Paint that all silver for now, and then I'll sort out the red who's-its and the what-its, because we decided last week that guns, casings and stuff was going to have red. Which I'm on board with. I think that works. It's everything nicely. Right, so quick little check. Okay, buckles, silver, that's a buckle, that's a buckle, it's a buckle. Oh, this little skull here, and the stirrup of his saddle, that needs to get painted. There we go. Nope, and his belt there. These little medals on his chest, which I assume he got for being a very brave boy. I'll paint this canteen on this side here. There we go, and then continue to go around and get the straps. That one. There. It's all done. Oh, and then this little bit here on his head. I said I'll do that eagle in gold. Okay, we go. Strap. Buckle. Yeah, that's all good. It's all good. Lovely. So, oh, excuse me. So there's just that, and that we'll do in a gold, but I want to do a quite nice gold. So let's find a good gold, because I don't have one on this table. So if you'll excuse me, I'll continue to show. Oh, I know what I'll do. Give me one of these. One of these. Oh, excuse me. Oh, enjoy your nap, John, and enjoy the Super Bowl when you watch it. Right, what I've got here is gold chrome metal. It's an alcohol-based paint. Gives a lovely gold shine. I've got my little trash brush. good old shake, 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 shake. And do. It's probably, I don't need that much, but you know, whatever. Little drop of ISO just to thin it out a bit, because I think it's a bit too. I've thinned it a bit too much there. It's gone all. It's because I've not mixed it with a bloody. Yeah, airbrush cleaner's not going to get you far with alcohol-based paint. You numpty. Right. Okay, let's try this again. Dump pot. Well, allow me to introduce you to the dump pot, where all my noxious liquids go. Right. I do this. Yeah, that's why it wasn't working, because airbrush cleaner doesn't mix well with alcohol-based paint. Because why would it? It's airbrush cleaner. It's there to clean acrylic paint. Right, let's try again. Maybe. Look, I'm currently dealing with the dump pot, so the dump pot is a wondrous thing. But you're right, I do need to paint faster and with more gusto. But let's try again, shall we? So, what else did I want to be gold? This little... That's better. Oh, you absolutely must give it a hit from your Spice Weasel. Otherwise, I mean, what's the point of living? Noxious liquid sponges. No, it's not good. So that's where like I'll dump out my like airbrush water and like if I'm using any like thinners or lacquers or anything like that, that's where it all goes in the pot. And then I'll leave the pot to sort of evaporate somewhere else over time. Okay. Yeah. This obviously needs to be gold as well, because he's a fancy gentleman. Anyway, how you doing, Beanie? You had a nice day? There we go. Ah, yes, the little square on the other side of his beach towel. I feel like that's a good. Yeah, we're going after all the gold that we're going to need. I'm going to put this out. Wash my brush in the alcohol. Shouldn't pay off the staircase. Need to complete chapter 2 of Dragon Quest Builder. In the gym. No, I guess over the top. I'm good, mate. I'm good, mate. Me and Marie went to see me mum, and we had a McDonald's breakfast, which was lovely. Then came home. She had a nap. I built some models and sorted some stuff out and played some Space Marine 2. I also, because I have started, since I started full-time work, I realise when I go into work, I get hungry, and that's the whole thing. And I'm very odd about eating at work, so I'm kind of forcing myself into getting in the habit of making lunches. So what I've done is I've bought, well, I thought it was 2 kilograms of sushi rice. Turns out it was 5 kilograms of sushi rice and various other sort of like bento box kind of things. So I'm going to start taking bento boxes with me to work, because I want something that's filling, but like I don't want a sandwich. But I don't want to, because what I've been doing is I've been taking leftovers with me, and I don't really want to do that either, because like I don't like heating stuff up in the office microwave, and I've got a whole thing about it. So I feel like bento boxes are the way forward. I can get some fresh fruit and veg in. Sushi rice, I can eat that stuff. I can eat it for days and never get bored, and it's filling. So I feel like it's hitting the mark. Right. Put you over there. double pot back over on the other desk. Yeah, so I've got myself like a little bento box thing. Take my stuff, I've got my whole idea, you know, I've got my sushi vinegar, I've got like a litre of soy sauce, so I can do like glazes and things like that. I'm going to get like some spam, veg. I love fish sticks, like crab sticks or whatever they're called, because I am indeed a gay fish. Yeah. Yeah, you see, none of this was like ever an issue when I worked part-time evenings, because I'd eat. Because I'd just eat before I went to work. But now, like, I'm going to work and I'm like arriving at like 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. So it gets to about lunchtime and I've got one of two options. I can either go home on my lunch and then like just eat something while I work when I'm back at home, or take a lunch with me. And like I said, I've been a bit neurotic about eating lunches at work. So I was like, right, no, I just need to do something about it. And I felt like bento boxes are a good thing. Get all that, get something like, you know, healthy, filling, easily repeatable, because I can just sort of prep veg and like some cooked meats and things like that. And sushi rice, you know, if I make a couple of cups of it, it'll do, like I do like 3 days in the office. So if I do like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in the office, then I can cook it on a Sunday night and the rice will keep until a Wednesday, I think. I know rice is a bit of a grey area, but I think it'll keep all right. So yeah, that's sort of the thought process behind that. So I will keep you all posted to let you know how that goes. Yes, teriyaki spam. Yep, that's on. Yeah, give myself some spam. I love spam. I do have some teriyaki sauce, but I could make that from scratch. I also got, because I'm reasonably good at making my own sushi, like rolling it and things. But I did, because Lawson loves a gadget. I did get like a little, like a sushi roll gadget thing, and I tried it earlier today, and it works fucking brilliantly. So it's like it looks like a pipe bomb. As long as you cool rice, it'll keep fine. Oh, brilliant, champion! Because that's what it's gonna be. Like, I'm only gonna be eating it at room temperature at the most. It's not gonna be heated up or anything. I'll cook it on like tonight, put it in a container, and then decant that into the bento boxes each day. But yeah, so this sushi, it's a sushi roll maker, and like I said, looks like a pipe bomb. And it opens up into like two halves, and you know, you fill each half with some rice, put a divot in it, put your filling in on one side, and you close it up, and then you like click in a cap on one side, and the other side is like a plunger, and you screw that in so it compresses it all down, so it's like poof, all solidified, brilliant, that's it in there. And then you take the cap off, and because the way it is like you screw it in a little bit, and then that's what presses it down. And then once it's through that screw part, you can just push it like a plunger, and it just goes, and you just get this formed cylinder that you kind of just plop on your nori sheet, roll it up, you know, it all sealed, and there you go. There's your sushi roll. And you're like, oh. Like I said, I can roll sushi, but that was so much quicker and so much easier to do that I was like, well, this is the best £8 I've ever spent. But yeah, got all the bits and pieces, so I'm going to have hopefully, like I said, I'll keep you all posted on the how my lunches are going. And I wish I could. I think sushi. Well, this is the plan. You see, the thing that always stops me from eating endless sushi is the faff. Because the time it takes me to like roll the sushi in the nori and everything like that, and I cut it and put it to one side, and I'm like, I just can't be fucking bothered to do this because I eat it faster than I can make it. But this stuff, ho. Once you load that shit up and watch it pop, you're like, we're in a new age here, lads. But yeah, I don't know what my hang. I've always been like that with it when it comes to like eating at work. I'm like, I'm just weird with it. I feel very, I don't know, very exposed, vulnerable. I don't know how to describe it. I just have a weird thing where it's just like eating at work. Don't you do it? I ended up caving once, finally at work, and I was like, right, on my lunch break, I was like, I gotta go get something. So I went to the canteen cafeteria thing that they have there. And in fact, it's a big place. Like where I work is a big organization, so like we employ a lot of people, so it's a big dining area, and there's various different things. So I went to the wrap shack because I felt like that was the safe option, and got a wrap, and it was like a Korean pulled pork, like Korean barbecue pulled pork with something, rice and salsa or whatever like that and things. And it was very nice. And it was like, and I'll have a white monster as well, because obviously. And then she rang up the total and it was like £7, and I'm like, oh, I'm never doing this again. And I said, no, thank you. Very pricey. Okay. So I think that's all metallics properly done. Tell you what, I'll just put a little bit of metal on that shell casing on his base. I haven't really touched the base that much, but But fuck it, we ball. Put a little bit more in there. So yeah, I want to get into the habit of actually eating lunch at work. Because like I said, with coming home on my lunch break, it takes me... we're having a ribeye tonight. Oh, very nice. That is very nice indeed. So yeah, like I said, my other option is to come home and I get half an hour lunch break, but it takes me longer than that to actually get home, so I have to work longer when I get back home to sort of make up the time, because we do have flexi, but it takes, and I end up like making more flexi, but I'm working longer, and then I'm like, was it really worth it? So I feel like if I just take the time to make my own lunches and make like a nice easy lunch that I can just scarf out of a bento box, that'll be me sorted, and it'll be good. Oh, come out the sous vide. Oh, Beanie, you are going to make someone a wonderful wife one of these days. Right, what am I doing here? Oh, it's just his little tassel on his doodad. So we'll get the tassel done in Gore Grunter, because it's a good colour. Oh, it's red on the box art, but I don't want to do that, so here we are. I'm taking applications for husband and wife. There you go then. Right, that's all looking pretty good. So I think it's just the red of his eyes, and I do need to do his medals, but I feel like I should, because I painted over them in blue, I'll need to redo the base colour of them. So I'll get this out. Oh, and I can do a little highlight quickly on the mask as well. Now you take care, Jeremy. Lovely to have you. If I don't see you through the week, I'll see you through the window. Okay. Right. I'll actually paint the metal after all that. Paint this one as well. There you go, and then we can just go back over that in red once it dries. Anything else that needs doing? No. Alright, so make sure that that's all dry properly first before we do anything else. So I'll switch to a small brush, do a bit of highlighting on the other thing, on the blue. So this is just going to be sort of a chunky layer, because this is going to end up being quite bright blue. And the darker blue, it's going to be more of an edge highlight. There we go. And then yeah, a bit more, just more of an edge highlight for the My horse recipe. Well, the horse comes in two varieties. If you prefer a paler horse, we do have horse available in pale. Like I said, just an edge highlight for the darker blue. So just a couple of cool choice lines. Do. And there we go. That's fine and dandy. And then we'll do the final little edge highlight for the paler blue. So, a bit of rust grey. I'll shake the paint. I'll just shake my juice. Drink my juice. Don't drink my paint. There we go. Put some little scratches and dings, make it look a little bit more worn. Like, this is his favourite scarf. And it's also the only scarf he has. just do a very tiny edge highlight and the darker blue, just like a wee spot under corners, just to sharpest points, top of the eyebrows, little chest bit here. And then, yeah, a little dot, 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 tiny little cross bit here, there, there, and whoop, and whoop, and on this side. Sharp points, corners, and a little bit of scratching, just to make it a bit more worn in places. Top of the collar. I do love the big collars on the Krieg. You can't beat a good Krieg collar. There we go. Yeah, that's quite good. I think that works out quite well. Right, what time is it? It's 8 o'clock. Well, I think I'm going to leave it there for this evening. And I'm probably going to do the other Death Riders off camera and try and get him finished. If I don't get him finished, this will be Sunday. But otherwise, because I think the Get My Bops comes out on this Saturday coming, and if that is the case, I will be moving on to the Get Mod box if I can get everything finished. If not, it is going to be more Krieg, and you'll find out when I put the thumbnail up on Sunday. But I just want to say thank you to everybody who tuned in. Thank you to everybody who decided to chat with me and everything like that. Big thank you to all of our members. That is inordinately lovely of you to spend some of your hard-earned cash on us. That's thank you from the bottom of my heart for that. Thank you to everybody who subscribes to us, and thank you to everybody who watches us. So you take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I will see you next week, if not before. Okay? Bye-bye. 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 I've lost the end thing. Where's the... there it is.